Hi friends, Sharon from Mad Paper Crush here. Welcome back to my channel. I was hoping today to do a little flip through of two journals that I have actually had in my stash for quite some time. So these two journals I made way back when I first started junk journaling. So gosh, I don't know, at least a year ago, I put these together. I've sort of been working on them on and off because when I made them, I was sort of fresh to journaling. I had only made one or two journals before these. And what I had done, it has to be at least a year ago because what I had done for the theme of these was, if you've ever seen the movie Practical Magic, I love that movie. I don't know why, I just do. But it's called Practical Magic, and it's about two sisters, and one of them's name is Sally, one of them's name is Jilly. And so these journals are in that theme. So this journal here is Sally's journal, and this journal here is Jilly's journal. So I kind of wanted to go through them and kind of show the things that I had put in to sort of bring out their personalities and the things that happened in the movie. So I hope that you'll join me as I do a flip through of my Practical Magic themed Sally and Jilly journals. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to start with Jilly. And Jilly's theme has lots of pinks and colors and kind of wild things. So her tassel has some animal print in it and lots of beads and charms with some pinks and things like that, some reds. She is a redhead in the movie. Jilly is played by Nicole Kidman. So this actually is a tassel that you can take off. So you can open that up and it comes out of this bead here that's in the back. So it's a rounded spine. I think it's about 1.5 inches, maybe not quite. And then this tassel is Jilly's tassel. So she was kind of the wild child, ran away from home, with a guy and all that good stuff. So this is her tassel, and then this is her journal. So the butterfly I picked was just very colorful and kind of had some of the pinks in it that reminded me of her. So it has a sari silk tie here on the side. And I started with a pocket in the front with an ex libris, and I made two of these, just these little small tags, but this one has the pattern from the Sally journal. So they were very close as sisters, and you'll see in the Sally journal has one of these that's Jilly's colors. And then this was just a tag that I put in there. And you can see that a lot of, she's going to have more of the pinks and different things like that going through. And I tried to put lots of spaces in here to journal. And then I do have some music pages in here. And when we get to the title, I think you'll see why I chose that to go in here. So as you can see, there's a lot of blank pages. And skulls always just reminded me of Jilly. She was a little bit darker of the two. And some tissue paper that's kind of shiny. She liked to dress up and go to parties and things like that. And this is the other side of the music. I guess the title isn't on here, but the reason I chose it is because, like my little sister Kate, so it had some sister themes in here, and that's why I put it in there. And the next signature, I used some more of the tissue paper in here. And some snake stickers. And then I put a little antidote in here. So part of the theme of the movie was she kind of overdosed her boyfriend at the time, who was very abusive to her. So I thought antidote was a perfect word there. And she liked to dance. So this is kind of this is a gypsy picture, and it reminded me sort of her free spirit. So this is just a little note card that goes in there. And I glue all over my fingers, and it seems to be getting everywhere. And more blank pages. And I did put some of the Shiver themed digital kit that I have in my shop in here. I thought that it fit well with this theme here. So a little tuck spot there, and a little bat here. And then I have stickers that I backed with a little bit of tea-dyed paper to make a fun little journaling spot there. Oh, and then in each one, you'll see a page with a hand in there. So in the movie, before Jilly leaves home, her and Sally cut their hands, you know, to be like blood sisters, and they put them up against each other. So that's what that is there. And then this is a picture of belladonna, which is the plant extract that I believe she used when she was sedating her boyfriend, and then actually had him overdose on it. So I thought that was kind of a neat thing to have right in there. Oh, here it is, my little sister Kate. And a little paper clip here that can be removed. And then also in the movie, her two aunts got up in the middle of the night and made midnight margaritas. And it was such a fun thing. They woke them up in the middle of the night and said it was time for midnight margaritas. And this is kind of what they had said. Eye of newt, toe of frog, wing of bat, tongue of dog. Adder's fork, blind worm sting, Barbados lime is just the thing. Froggiest salt, like a sailor's stubble, flip the switch and let the cauldron bubble. So I thought that was a fun little recipe to keep right in there. And then I have some German book pages in here. And she had a tiger eye necklace that she wore all the time. So that's kind of what I put that in there for, to kind of remind me of the necklace that she wore all the time. And just another little tag and a note card here in this pocket. And then the last signature, more of these. I found these Halloween themed papers. I think it was at Michael's, maybe. So I have another note card there. And more blank pages. You can see I didn't do a lot of ephemera back then. I think mostly because I wasn't sure how to do too much back then. And then I have another picture of a gypsy woman here. And once again, because she liked to dance and go to parties and things, I thought that was fitting in there. And then that's the last page. So that is Jilly, our Jilly novel or journal. And now I'll go ahead and I'll do my Sally one. So you'll see that Sally is pretty similar because they were sisters. They had a lot of things in common, but they were very different as well. So Sally's tassel, here, let me take this one off. So Sally's tassel is a little plainer. It does have a little bit of color in there, and I put some greens and stuff in there because she was like an herbalist. She had a little herbal shop in town, and so that's kind of, you know, what I wanted this to be reminiscent of there. And her butterfly is kind of more just black and white. I think she wanted a normal life, whereas Jilly wanted to be, you know, kind of the wild child, so that made them a little different. And so then if you remember the tag that was in the Jilly Journal, this one is in Sally's journal with Jilly's pattern on there. And then a tag that goes in the Ex Libris. So these two pages are very similar. They're the exact same Ex Libris in there. But then as you get into it, I have things in different places. So here's the Midnight Margaritas recipe again, just in a different spot in the book. And then for hers, I wanted to use some tissue paper as well. But because she sort of wanted a normal life, I wanted to use something pretty, something with botanicals, since that's kind of what she was into. And then I found this little old picture of two women, and they're hugging, and I don't know if they're sisters, but it reminded me of them being sisters. And since Sally and Jilly were sisters, and her aunts, you know, were sisters, and it seemed like there were a lot of sisters in the family, I thought this would be a cool thing to put in there, sort of that, you know, she was keeping pictures of her family with her. And this is another song page, music page about sisters. And then this kind of a digital stamp on there. This is plantain. So I imagine this might have been one of the herbs that she used in her shop to, you know, make different things for people. And then a note card there. The other side of the tissue paper. And once again, lots of plain pages, lined pages. I had fun. This was a composition notebook paper that I dyed way back when. And you can see she has some of the same pages. So this is that German writing page that I like. Now this one, she has a digital stamp of a beetle. And if you see the movie, the beetle represents the curse that they felt their family was under. And every time they heard a beetle making its little sound, you know, someone died. And most of the time it was someone that they loved. So like her husband died when she heard the beetle. And another note card. And more fun things with some botanicals. Oh, and then she also fell in love with a sheriff. So actually the character who played the sheriff was investigating Jilly's boyfriend's disappearance. So when she was a little girl, she said she made a spell and she said that his favorite shape would be a star. And as it turns out, the sheriff, you know, had his star on him. So that's representative of Sally. And then this was fun too. This actually came from an old recipe book, Easy Sweet Milk Pancakes, and they made pancakes for the sheriff when he came over to investigate the disappearance of Jilly's boyfriend. So I thought, you know, she was probably a little bit of a cook, and so she has her recipe right here. And some more stickers. And note card there. There's the handprint that matches the one in the Jilly Journal. And more note cards. I love the tea stain on that one, or the coffee stain. It's not tea. And this is the other music page that I put in. Nellie and May, sisters were they. So I thought that was fun to be something about sisters. And then there's a little tuck spot here, but I didn't have anything in that one. Oh, and now we're on to the last signature. And then there's this little card here, and I put this in because I thought it would be a cute representation of sisters. So Sally and Jilly were sisters, and also Sally had two little girls. So, and I believe they were twins too. And I think that's kind of how it was throughout this whole family. They were all, you know, twin sisters, even though they didn't look anything alike. And I thought this was the perfect pictures because their hair is different. So they look a little bit different, but, you know, they were sisters. So, oh, and I found the title page for the Curious Herbal, and I put that in here with some more herbs in there because I think that Sally would have always been writing things down with new ideas for her shop and things like that. Another note card. And then this note card, which has this cool botanical on it. And that is it. So those are my two Practical Magic journals that I made for that movie-themed Practical Magic, my Jilly and my Sally journal. I am not sure what to do with these. Like I said, they've been in my stash for like a year because I've just kind of been working on them and, you know, loving on them. So let me know in the comments below if you have journals that, you know, are just sort of in your stash that you haven't done anything with, or if you have any ideas of what you think I should do with these. I would love to hear your thoughts. I hope that you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will. I will be doing the drawing for the giveaway on Tuesday, October, I think that's the 29th. So if you haven't gotten in for that yet, go back in my videos and check out the giveaway video, and you can sign up there. And like I said, I hope that you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much, friends. Take care. Bye-bye.